Jacksonville Jaguars, still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Brace yourself, people. Gravity can be, well, interesting. Try to get a couple of feet on the ground if you're making your way home. Then you lay down, put a foot on the wall. No, you don't have bed spins. Dizziness. You may think vertigo. You may think you are going senile. It's none of that. What you are feeling is a dramatic shift in the AFC South, and it's hit Duval, and it is such a comfortable feeling. It is such a pleasing set of circumstances. I mean, what's there not to love? Look at today, 82 degrees, sunshine, Duval the way that you want it, Duval the way that you got it. The Jaguars, first place. AFC South, dominant fashion yesterday, 36-19. They just pounded the Colts. They knocked the quarterback out. We talked about that last week. We tried to be respectful the way that we said it. Yeah, we gave you the obligatory. You don't want to see anyone go down at any given time with an injury. It's part of the game. The Jaguars don't have to apologize for injuries. Okay? From Travis Hunter on, this team has been ripped apart. They have been ravaged. Frankly, it's an outrage, but they just keep plugging guys and plugging guys. How about Cole Van Lannon again yesterday? How about Tim Patrick yesterday? How about the return of Trayvon Walker and him shutting down Jonathan Taylor in fourth and one? How about the return of Eric Murray after missing 5 games, getting a fumble recovery yesterday after Jarian Jones forced it? Jarian Jones, another guy, left for nothing until Jordan Lewis went out. There were 5 games that went by that Jones actually only played 6 defensive snaps. Regardless of what happens this year, the rest of the way through, and of course this football team is headed to January football, the most important part of it for me is going to be contributions from everyone, this entire roster. And frankly, it's been just a joy to sit back and watch. I know all of you out there are enjoying this as well, and you should. Let's do it again. I say it each and every week. Enjoy your Monday. Don't be so quick to get to Sunday in the Jets. Have fun with this, whether it's bowling night or darts night or pickleball night or whatever it may be, okay? Maybe you're shooting some billiards, playing $100 a game. I don't know what it is. Enjoy it. I mean, just sit back and let all of this play itself out. It has been absolutely fantastic. The Jaguars now 9-4. They are an enormous favorite over the New York Jets. It opened at 11.5, and they got a quarterback issue. You don't know if it's going to be Justin Fields. You don't know if it's going to be Tyrod Taylor. What is the situation? First-year coach there as well, Aaron Glenn. Remember his name scattered throughout Duval, right? I mean, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, other names, and then it was Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen has been nothing short of fantastic. And I honestly feel that he would be the guy to win the Coach of the Year, but I still think that 19-point loss in the come-from-behind victory by Houston may cost him that. That and also the fact that in 2 huge cities, you see what's going on with Johnson, you see what's going on with Mike Vrabel out in the outskirts of Boston in Foxborough, Massachusetts. So there you have it. What a week it's going to be. Fired up for it. We're on location Wednesday night. I could go for one of those 22-ounce right now. Let me think here. Let me think. What am I in the mood for? I've been doing a lot of Canadian thinking as of late. Maybe it's because secretly I've been watching hockey. Connor Bedard ladies and gentlemen, off to an unbelievable start. For those of you who watch Colorado, I mean, McCarr and McKinnon, and, it's not the classic Avalanche when they butted heads with the Detroit Red Wings, but it's still just out of this world. Edmonton, I didn't even mention anyone with the original 6. I guess I did with Detroit. But anyway, let me see here. I think I could go for a 22-ounce Molson Golden. I wonder if they have that on tap over at Twin Peaks. Will be Wednesday night. If not, I love Labatt's Blue. As a matter of fact, that is my favorite Canadian brew beer. But though at 22 ounces, they come out so frothy. It's just like you want to drink it fast because it's so cold. Then you immediately want to order another. And that's what we're going to do coming up on Wednesday. But that's then. Again, I can wait for that on Wednesday because I'm fired up about tonight's program, and I am fired up about what's going on right here in our city. Okay, the Jaguars remain the top rushing defense in the NFL. They completely shut down Jonathan Taylor. They held him to 3.5 yards a carry. I think that, that was your blueprint. Don't let Jonathan Taylor beat you. And it was, okay, let's put the attention on Daniel Jones and their skill position guys. If you're going to lose this football game, they're going to have to go out and have a tremendous effort. And it just didn't work out that way. The Jaguars did what they had to do against Taylor. They still went to him 21 times in this game for 74 yards. And Jacksonville right now, 82.9 yards a game. I didn't see this coming. There were a lot of issues with the defense, and looking back on it, it was the pass defense that was worse than the NFL a year ago, and they, without any doubt, had to get back to becoming a dominant defense when it came to takeaways. I mean, there were a few years where they actually had 27 takeaways, if you go back, I think, 3 and 4 years ago. Then they just let that go sideways. Well, they picked up 3 more yesterday, and I want to say now they have 23 takeaways on the year. But just look at how important those takeaways were, okay? And it was complementary football. 2 words that were really used a great deal yesterday in the post-game press conference: complementary football and confidence. And these are a couple of things that I have talked an awful lot about. Others have talked a great deal about, and it's happening. You lose the 10 games by 1 possession that the Jaguars did a year ago. How many times did you go through a football game where the defense would make a play, and the defense would make a play, and the defense would force a 3-and-out, and the offense couldn't respond, or the offense would score? The offense would get 3. The offense would get 7, and you needed the defense to play complementary football, and they'd fail. And that is, again, what this team has been able to put together this year, which is so impressive. It's one thing to force those takeaways, especially on your side of the football field, your side of the 50. But you also have to respond. And that's exactly what the Jaguars did. I asked Liam Cohen about this after the game yesterday, about playing complementary style football, especially after getting takeaways. Here's what your head coach had to say.
It's so big. I mean, it's one of the biggest aspects of Campy's defense that I've appreciated from day one was, we want to stop the run and limit the run, and we want to try to take the ball away. And now those were 2 things that we really tried to emphasize from the moment that we got here together as a staff. They did a phenomenal job all throughout OTAs, mini camp, training camp, really preaching the ball disruption, and to continue to be able to, punch, hammer, rake, be opportunistic. The zone coverage drops we've worked so much at, and to see some of those come to fruition is exactly why you coach. It's, you typically get what you emphasize in this league.
I'm going to say something right now that is going to upset some of you, okay? But I'm going to say it anyway. Trevor Lawrence is getting better. Trevor Lawrence is playing his most consistent football of his career. Trevor Lawrence made some outstanding throws yesterday. That across his body down the sideline to Tim Patrick was magnificent. That ball he threw to Brian Thomas Jr., where he did his Odell Beckham with the one hand, was brilliant. Go back and watch the touchdown pass to Jacoby Myers and look at the coverage and look at where that ball was to Myers. And I just was texting back and forth with Jordan Schultz, who's been a huge, a huge fan of the career of Jacoby Myers, and he was just gushing about how well this guy is playing. And he's human. He had a drop yesterday. But what he has brought this football team, he has really elevated everything. I mean, we kind of kidded with the Gladstone, initial meetings, trying to get a feel for him. And when he talked about, raising the floor and, the just being yourself will improve the ecosystem and all, a little bit of a Phil Jackson, a little Zen. I wonder if you think James Gladstone's a Grateful Dead fan?
Probably not.
I think he is. I think he gets deep into lyrics. I think he gets deep in. I bet he reads some old stuff, whether it's old history or maybe some poetry or, maybe some Freud or something along those lines. I mean, I never thought that a new GM would arrive on the scene and start talking about intangibly rich, improving the ecosystem by just being yourself. And also, all the years that I've covered this game, I've never in my life heard anyone ever say that they're bringing in people who generally love the game of football. I've never heard that before. It just absolutely blew me away. I'm going to ask him the next time I see him if he likes the Grateful Dead, because he's got some zen. He's out there a little bit in his thought process.
He definitely is. Now, he does listen to a lot of the rap game, like Future. Guys, you have no idea about,
No,
I think.
Test me. Who do you got? Who do you got for me?
Well, no, I remember he was playing Future, he was with Johnny O, and he was playing Future, one of the songs.
All right.
And Johnny O had no idea. So
Johnny O's old and crusty. I'm a young buck here.
Yeah.
Who do you got as far as who does he listen to?
I would probably say Future, probably a lot of the rappers from the early 2000s, if I had to guess. Maybe like Nelly.
I know Nelly.
I'm trying to think of a couple, like Ludacris.
I know Ludacris.
Yeah, just guys like that, that genre, that era.
There you go. But, I mean, he said these things, and they're working. And I mean, if I was you, if I was a Jags fan, here's where I'm at. Man, I would be loving every moment of this. I would. I would like to, I would figure that you'd like to pump the brakes and just kind of settle in all of this. You got a Jaguars team that's 9-4. You saw a massive shift in the division. Now, you got to wonder about Houston just a tad bit. Okay, and their dominant victory last night, I thought they played better than the final score indicated. It was a costly mistake by Andy Reid to go for it on 4th and 1. I guess he took out the Mike Norvell freaking playbook. Okay, but who am I to criticize Andy Reid? He's won a ton of Super Bowls, and it does snap the Chiefs 9 straight AFC Western Divisional titles. All of a sudden, Houston is for real. But I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I'll take my chances against Houston. I'll take my chances against Indianapolis. I want Kansas City, I want Baltimore, and I want Buffalo. I want them out. I want them out. Okay? And right now, Baltimore and Kansas City, they are out. Buffalo is actually 2 games behind New England. They do face one another again. I don't know if it's this week or next week, whatever the case may be, but a 2-game separation there in the AFC East. All right, we're going to have a blast this week. There's no question about it. I mean, this is going to be absolutely outstanding stuff as far as not by me. I mean, I'm going to do my best just to kind of get through the week with a C- type of grade. But I'm talking about it's going to be an outstanding week and so much good stuff just by what's happening. All right. And again, I couldn't be any happier for you. I mean, we're heading toward the holidays, man, and this is it. It's what you've lived for forever. That's why I refuse to use the word patient ever on this program, because you folks have done that so much in 31 years. And right now you're right in the middle of it. And honestly, I could not be any happier for you. All right, I'm in the press box yesterday. To my right is Mark Duffner, who spent 50 years in the NFL as a coach, both in college and in pro. And he looks at me and he goes, "You know what, Ballou?" And I go, "No." He goes, "I love the way you say Shmunez vision." And I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I get a crack out of it every time he says it." I say, "Well, I'm good friends with him. And the only reason why I'm with him is because I believe in him. They fixed my eyes. 9 years ago, I went in just for a normal checkup. Dr. Neil Shmunez was like, "Brother, you need to get that removed out of your right eye immediately." I'm like, "What you talking about? I'm fine." He's like, "You're not fine. That has to come out." Very next morning, surgery performed by Dr. Neil Shmunez. You know, there's a lot of eye practices out there where if you do need surgery and you want to ask the doc a question or two, he's like, no, I don't have time for that. I got to see another patient. Walk down the hall there. Yeah, take a left, then take another left and go talk to our surgery counselor. Can you imagine going under and talking to a surgery counselor? Someone who pushes the pen and not even talk to that individual who's going to perform the surgery? That's the way it always is at Shmunez Vision. More than 37 years. That includes Dr. Catherine Shmunez, Dr. John Hunt. Whether you need surgery or it's a want, like laser eye surgery, they are your stop right here in Jacksonville. Check them out online. Go to Shmunez Vision. You can also go to Instagram, get all of the testimonials at Shmunez Vision. We are jam-packed. It's going to be a great week here in Duval. The Jaguars 36, the Colts 19. The Jaguars a 3 seed with a 1-game lead in the AFC South. This is Into the Night with Dylan Denmark. I'm Rick Ballou.
Check in Tuesdays for Jeff Lageman and Check the Tape Tuesday.
We'll keep you up to date with the latest in NFL news.
Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Checked by Napa Auto Care on 1010XL.
Custom home builders, fed up with your electrical and low voltage companies that ghost you mid-project, sparking delays? Unreliable subs and poor electrical work that derails your schedules? Denny Thompson here for Tyson Inc., experts in seamless electrical services for your custom builds. Pre-construction planning, integration, and installation, no hassle. Your homeowners will love the new Tyson showroom. Home builders team up with Tyson for your next home building project. TysonInc.com.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Ho, ho, ho! When I need gifts for special people, I go to Tobacco Cove at 3849 Bay Meadows Road. They have everything you need to make Christmas as special as they are. Find the finest in limited cigars, pipes and pipe tobacco, and the accessories that make life easier like humidors, cutters, and lighters. And don't forget Lampe Bergère fragrance lamps. So, take my advice and go to Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road, and make this Christmas one they'll remember.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
With the holidays right around the corner, and it's time to get ready for family and friends. What better way to do it than with Zero Res? Carpets, air ducts, hardwood, LVP, tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, and stone. Zero Res, they can handle it all. Call right now, 287-5727, or visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell them you want the 1010XL special and get 20% off all hard surface cleaning, tile and grout, hardwood, and LVP. spots are filling up fast, so don't wait. Happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Spring will be here before we know it. So give them a call today and upgrade that area that needs it the most. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
D-ball.
I've got to say what we know in the booth. Yes, we have to say it. Remember, this is just a football game, no matter who wins or loses. An unspeakable tragedy confirmed to us by ABC News in New York City. John Lennon, outside of his apartment building on the west side of New York City, the most famous perhaps of all of the Beatles, shot twice in the back, rushed to Roosevelt Hospital, dead on arrival. Hard to go back to the game after that news flash, which in duty bound we had to take. Frank?
Indeed it is. 45 years ago, tough to believe, December 8th, 1980, John Lennon. I think we all remember where we were. It's one of those few, and we were all watching Monday Night Football, right? I mean, most of us. I would think everyone listening here, unless you were not born at the time. And, you know, there's probably maybe 10, 12 episodes in life that I remember exactly where I was when it happened. Most are sports related, and that is certainly one. I'll tell you the one that I'll never forget. On top of that, Dylan, and I was sitting in the Seminole Barber Shop with about 12 dudes because it was like a $7 haircut. And some guy walks in and says, Magic Johnson has AIDS. And all 12 of these dudes just stood there or sat there with their mouth open and not a word came out because there was so much misinformation about the virus then. And a lot of people thought that the only way that you could catch that virus was either by a needle or if you were homosexual, right? They didn't think that you could get it by intercourse, man to woman. And, you know, we learned so much from that point on. But, man, I'm telling you, man, there was about a dozen 18 to 21, 22-year-old dudes who could not say a word.
I can only imagine. I'm sure if they were like, it happened to him, I wonder, you know, the same thing probably happened to me, too. And
Yeah.
Magic Johnson beat it. And, you know, all the money that he had. And, you know, there was so many people during that time frame. I mean, I wasn't alive then, but there were so many people that seemed like they found out they had HIV and they died immediately a week after.
Right.
And
he's
not
been
him.
perfect. I mean, this happened, gosh, I'm guessing the Magic thing happened in
91.
Was it?
It was early 90s.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's 10 years after Lennon, so that'd be 35 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's as healthy as can be.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the main celebrities that like my first one I remember Michael Jackson dying when I was 11, but the first one I remember was I was watching the Phillies game whenever Osama bin Laden died.
Oh yeah,
and it was right before my bedtime, and people are chanting USA. I'm like, Mom, who's Osama bin Laden?
Damn, you are young. That was like your first memory?
Yeah, well, not my first memory, but my first I remember big person where everybody remembered. Yeah, that was one of them.
Okay. I can think of a few before Osama bin Laden, no question about it. And are you old enough to even remember 9/11?
No.
Wow.
I was 3.
Damn, you are young. I know I was in Chicago when that actually did happen. But for John Lennon and, the great Howard Cosell with the call. That was one that certainly so many of us do remember. Who's the guy who killed him again? It was he's on the tip of my tongue. But apparently he's a musician now, and I've tried here to Google it 3 or 4 times, and they're all paywalls. So maybe you can figure out, once you say the name, I will absolutely remember who it was. But I guess Mark David Chapman was the musician who shot him. Tonight's show brought to you by Miller Electric Company. Sorry to get off of a very tragic event, but it's historical. And to me, music is always a big part of a relationship with sports, hence Howard Cosell giving us that report back on December 8th, 1980. Miller Electric, I met with Ed Witt yesterday and some folks with Miller Electric. I was very sad to hear about the passing of Ed Witt's dad, who did pass recently at the age of 91, but a great man. And that's what Miller Electric's all about. They hire great people. And I just popped into the suite yesterday during halftime just to say hi and rub an elbow or two. And you just move from one individual to another, and the conversation continues because they believe in character and they believe in rewarding those who do their job well. And we talk about culture all the time in sports. It's also a big part of successful companies, and that includes Miller Electric, and they are hiring right now. So if you are an electrician right now, currently, and you believe you're undervalued, it's time for a change. Go to Miller Careers. If you're considering a career change, if you're young, you're getting out of high school, college is not for you, you want to learn a trade, how about being an electrician, man? Everywhere you drive throughout Duval, you see building and construction. And Miller Electric is all over the place, and they're only getting bigger. They're only getting better. Go to Miller Careers. They've been around for more than 96 years. They reward hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and once again, an unbeatable culture. Love the good folks at Miller Electric, and you can join them as well. Just apply online. Go to millercareers.com. How are they going to knock Cole Van Lannon out of this starting lineup? I mean, no matter where this guy goes, he gets the job done. He didn't allow, and again, the offensive line in the last 2 weeks, they haven't allowed a sack. Yesterday with Trevor Lawrence, who, again, some people were upset with me for coming out and actually saying he played well yesterday. Some people were upset with me for coming out yesterday and actually saying that he's getting better. As a matter of fact, one guy here says, I don't like happy Ballou. I like pissed off Ballou. Well, here's the deal, okay? Hang around long enough and I'll get there. Or try to slide one between my pads, all right? Maybe bring up Florida State. It's pretty easy to get me in a bad mood if you really start diving into teams that I do love. But Lawrence is playing better football. Okay, even after the torrential downpour of yesterday, the guy barely needed to take a shower because he was not touched. No quarterback hits, no sacks. That is what the offensive line did. I know Walker Little is not your favorite on the Jaguars team at this particular time. You still want to get him back. You still want him to be healthy, right? Patrick McCarry returned yesterday. And it just feels like whoever returns is performing well, right? We brought up Trayvon Walker earlier, the return of Eric Armstead, certainly Eric Murray, who missed 5 games. It just seems like, Brian Thomas Jr., Dylan and I actually got one right. Projecting that this would be his biggest game of the year. Now, he only caught 3 balls. But he was out there for the most skill position snaps. I think he was tied 54 apiece with Jacoby Myers. Caught 3 big balls, but did you see his effort? For a second consecutive week, his effort, okay? Actually, his route tree, wasn't afraid to go over and take a pop, which was nice to see. But he's showing effort when it comes to doing things like blocking. And, his tapped, it's been untapped this year, but we all know what he can do. Here's one for you. You ready for this, Dylan, before we head to the break? I saw this today, and I literally almost fell out of my chair. You realize Brian Thomas Jr. is averaging more yards per reception this year than last year?
I could see a world because he hasn't caught as many balls. And, I mean, he went, 33 catches for 70-something yesterday? 74?
I think it was 87,
okay,
maybe.
It might have been 87.
Yep.
So I could see that. It would surprise me, but it wouldn't shock me.
Right. Last year, 87 receptions, 1,282 yards, and 10 touchdowns, an average of 14.7 a catch. This year, 35 receptions, 535 yards, only 1 touchdown, an average of 15.3 a game. All right? And we saw him, the attempt to stretch defenses yesterday. What were the overall targets? Let me find this real quick. I know Tim Patrick was 5 of 6. And, I just love the fact that no matter who you plug in, they're just playing really good football. Let's see here. It was 3 of 6 yesterday. 10 targets for Myers, 4 receptions. He did have a drop. 6 targets for Patrick, 5 receptions. He had a drop. Thomas, 3 for 6. Strange, 3 for 6. Allen, 2 for 2. ETN, 1 of 1. Surprised ETN's screen numbers are not up, but I'm not going to complain. This football team is now averaging 25.2 points a game, 9th in the NFL. Defensively, they're giving up 20.9. That's 10th in the NFL. They don't give up that garbage touchdown late, the Riley Leonard keeper. They're ranked 9th defensively as well. This team's playing great football. Let's come back and talk about this a little bit, though. It's a pleasant problem. But, I've been on this Cole Van Linen bandwagon here. And, I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to say, how can you let him go? He's going to be offered starters money somewhere. And what's really interesting about where the Jaguars are is that typically at this time, we're always looking ahead. We do look ahead every once in a while. And it seems like the look ahead consists of Devin Lloyd and Travis Etienne. Everything else is just kind of, we'll see. But, all of a sudden it's like you got to find a way to bring back Jacoby Myers. I think you got to find a way to bring back Buster Brown. I think you got to find a way to bring back Cole Van Landen. And what are they going to do on that offensive line? I think Wyatt Milam is a part of it next year. Anyway, I know that may frustrate some of you because I'm always talking about living in the now, and that's where I am. But all of a sudden, they have some money. They're going to have to create some more money. I never would have dreamed that as we head to Week 15, I'd be sitting here saying they better re-sign Cole Van Landen. I wonder. He graded out well. I wonder what they're thinking. Could Cole Van Landen be a guy who is your starting left tackle for years? Or is he a swing guy? Do you keep him around just to plug in the holes? And he's played now 4 of the 5 offensive line positions. He started them all outside of, as we know, center. That, to me, is really impressive. All right, 2 ways you can join us. Let's welcome those in watching us tonight on YouTube. They're already part of the holiday spirit. I think everyone watching us on YouTube has a cocktail right now. Go to 1010XL Into the Night on YouTube, and you can also join us on the text line. That's 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
Your home for Florida Gators basketball is 1010XL.
After a 1-point loss to number 4 Duke, it's another top 5 Blue Blood. Florida, UConn, Tuesday at 8:30 on 1010 AM.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember, only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law. This holiday season, Universal Roof and Contracting is making it easy to check roof repairs off your list. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through December 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. Hey folks, Frank Frangie here for Lee & Kate's Glass. Now with the holidays coming, it's time to update that dated-looking bathroom setup and give yourself the gift of a gorgeous new frameless shower with big, sexy glass you spend every morning and night in that bathroom. A new shower enclosure from Lee & Kate's Glass will look fantastic and make your bathroom feel like a luxurious spa. You'll love it. You deserve it. Request the free in-home consultation. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
E to the T here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee, plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, here to share with you an actual client review.
Dude, these shirts are sick.
Check out the shirts and other sick promo items at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
It's time for the Plumbing 411 from Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. When your kitchen or bathroom drain just won't clear, there's probably a deeper blockage. Food scraps, grease, soap scum, even small objects can jam up your pipes. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining uses advanced tools to find the clog and flush it away for good. Don't wait for a tiny clog to become a big headache. Make the superior choice when your drains are clogged. And learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
36-19, the Jaguars, big-time favorites. See you back out at the bank in 6 days. Take your time. I'm going to take mine getting there. Going to enjoy this week. Here come the wounded New York Jets. And, I think one of the issues would be overlooking, right? And we see big-time upsets every week in the NFL. All right? This is not your mom and dad's NFL. You can win home, on the road, whatever the scene may be, day, night. It seems like every week that does take place. Now, obviously, I love the Jaguars, and I love their chances here. But I also feel that they're so well-grounded. And that starts with this organization. That starts with Liam Cohen. I mean, 13 games. There was only one game this year they were unprepared, and that was in London. They just flat out got blown out, right? They have scored early. They have responded when the defense or special teams have made plays. And it'd be very easy to look ahead, to Denver and, look ahead to Indianapolis again, and then you return here against Tennessee. And I think most now with the Daniel Jones injury are going to look at the last 3 games of the season and say, all I got to do is show up and win, right? The big one is next week at Denver. That's not the way the NFL works. Right? I've picked Jacksonville consistently now. And for what it's worth, my 10-7 record almost looks weak, Dylan. I mean, they're 9-4. I had them at 10-7. I mean, can I redo it now and maybe give them a 12-5 or
Absolutely.
a 13-4?
I mean, they're going to have 10 wins by Christmas, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I think they're going to have 10 wins by next week.
Yeah. I mean, the Jets, Broncos, Colts, Titans. And the Colts are trending in the wrong direction. The Titans are playing for nothing at the end of the year. And it feels like the Broncos are really the only game where it can go either way.
You have to get better, and you have to stay as healthy as you can. For the most part, unless something happens Wednesday that we are not aware of. And some things did happen this past week, injury-wise. A few I was talking to Logan Cook. Right next to him was Dewey a week ago in Nashville. I had no idea that Dewey had suffered a concussion and ended up going, we saw that he went into the concussion protocol, but injuries do come up. 2 weeks ago it was Eric Armstead who got injured on a Saturday. I got a text at 9:30 at night from Jaguars Public Relations. I was like, well, what's going on here? So injuries happen all the time. But as far as I know, only Tootin went down yesterday and he returned. So that's what you want against the Jets. You want to try to play a cleaner game. You want to try to limit penalties. They still had 8 yesterday. They remain the most penalized team in the National Football League, and get out of there without injuries, because you just look around the league, man. I mean, every team, they're dropping like flies. It doesn't matter who you are. This is truly going to be a season where it comes down to attrition. I know you can say that about any NFL season, but this one seems different. This one seems weird. We're losing key guys, and it's happening on a week-to-week basis. All right, every Monday night at this time, we do What Floored Me. It's brought to you by the good folks over at Fantastic Floors. You can check them out online. Just go to Fan Floors. It's been around for 15 years. Huge selection, hardwood tile, LVP carpet, family-owned, and they have an at-home consultation, meaning they'll come right to your doorstep, no matter what it is that you want, carpet, floors, anything. They're going to show it to you right there. No pressure. They're at-home consultation. I'm going to go to the ditch. I'm just going to bring up the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars, again, offensively, did not allow a sack. The Jaguars, again, offensively, did not allow a quarterback hit. It wasn't a phenomenal game on the ground, but it was good enough, and it was a very balanced attack by Jacksonville yesterday. If you look at rushes compared to pass attempts, they ran the ball 32 times for 103 yards. All right. Again, not spectacular, but good enough. And they passed the football 31 times yesterday, including Nick Mullins, who did throw a pass. So a very balanced attack offensively. And then defensively, they remain the top overall rushing defense in the NFL. To limit Jonathan Taylor to 3.5 yards a tote, that is spectacular. Right? They knocked Daniel Jones out of the game. They got a safety, their first since 2018. Josh Hines-Allen now sacks in 4 consecutive games. All of a sudden, he's playing lights out. Again, I was talking to Mark Duffner about this. I liked how they moved him around during Trayvon Walker's absence, yesterday was back to the standard, right? For the most part, it was Walker always at the left side, Allen at the right side. Devin Lloyd with a pick, right? His 5th of the year and on that first play. So that's where I'm going with what floored me. I'm going right there to the ditch for the Jaguars, the offensive and defensive line of scrimmage. No question about it. That has been outstanding. Hey, the Jets come in here. They're already out of the playoffs. Do you realize that in New York, in New Jersey, this is the 15th consecutive year that the Jets have not made the playoffs? 15 consecutive years.
So the last time they went to the playoffs was with Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan. And they made the AFC Championship game, I think, in 2009. I think. Because they went back-to-back. It was around like 08, 09. That's wild.
I remember I've been to a few Jets playoffs games. I remember going to the one in 98 when the Jaguars lost to the New York Jets. I think that was 1998. But I'll never forget that because I grew up reading Will McDonough. Then I ended up working with him at the Sporting News. And I remember just sitting in listening to a conversation with him and Peter King. And at the time, I was incredibly young and immature. But I knew enough to just shut up and listen. Do you know that Will McDonough was actually the what's the name of it? When you not the publicist, but the leader of campaign manager.
Okay.
For Whitey Bulger's brother.
Okay.
And who was huge in politics, and he did several things. I don't know if he was governor or senator, but he was and then he went on to be the president of the University of Massachusetts. But Jimmy Bulger, Whitey, the powerful underground man that he was, his brother was just as powerful, politically speaking. And Will McDonough ran his campaign. They all came right out of Southie. Tough guys. Will McDonough was a tough. He punched Raymond Claiborne in the New England Patriots locker room. I love this guy. And I'll never forget that conversation, but that was in 98. So, anyway, here come the Jets, 15 consecutive years. They have not made the playoffs. The Atlanta Falcons have been eliminated as well. They have not made it to the playoffs in 8 consecutive years.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You like winning? This is former Jaguar linebacker Tom McManus, and I'm excited to introduce you to J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Greater Jacksonville. If you're a property manager, contractor, builder, realtor, or homeowner, get that feeling of success with less stress. I've used them. My friends have used them. So get your free junk removal and hauling estimate today. Now, I call that a win. Veteran-owned and operated J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Call 506-1256. We haul it all.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served up by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaaautocaregroup.com.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
This holiday season, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers is a classy move, no matter who it's for. Jack O'Brien here. Kuhn Flowers is the most respected name in the floral business. Find out why when you go to kuhnflowers.com.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Save some money this holiday season and buy pre-owned. That's right, pre-owned. Pre-owned guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and especially jewelry. Buy big, save bigger at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Still haven't been to the Jug. Really want to do an event. Maybe I'll get some of those crazies watching us on YouTube and Into the Night. That's a party group. But I was thinking about renting out a Hearst limo.
Okay.
And just, I don't know anything about the West Side. I mean, to me, it's like visiting Iraq.
Third world country.
Right, except for the years that I worked off Lane Avenue back on AM 600, The Ball. Someone sent me a commercial. Did I show you that commercial that someone sent me the other day?
Nah.
It was actually Logan, the great photojournalist, Logan Bowles, who does such a great job. But that's really the only thing I know over there on the West Side. But I just think that'd be a fun time. Or since you don't drink, maybe we can pay you and make you the limo driver.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I will tell you, I went out to the game yesterday. I went to a bar on the West Side by my house, and there were TVs up. So, I'm watching. We got the Packers-Bears game on. We got the audio there. We got the TV says, watch now, Broncos-Raiders. And it just, no one ever clicked watch now, so we just saw that screen the entire time. And on third TV, we had the Bassmaster Classic, and we had the audio of all the fishermen, and the leader was catching 11 fish. JJ told me that you usually go on epic rants, and I usually like watching the Bassmaster Classic on the NFL Sunday afternoon.
There's two things in life I don't get. Number one, why most public golf courses around here can't get cart girls who stick and put them on both sides. Okay, I played golf a few weeks ago. We saw the cart girl on one, and it was early in the morning. It was like I was still on the black coffee. I wasn't ready to make the transition yet to a Bloody Mary, right? We didn't see her again to the 17th fairway.
Jeez, that's bad.
And someone like me, Buzzle, I mean, the golf course is losing a lot of money. The young ladies out there, they're losing a lot of money. So that's a huge pet peeve. Another one is the morons who run some of these bars who don't even understand how to cater to the people by putting on games. They should be on when you walk into the place.
What kills me, there were so many Jaguar people coming in jerseys. Like, you could tell they wanted to watch NFL football, and they just had one game. Now, it was a good game, but it's like, come on, people, get with the program. Did not see any male workers. I only saw female waitresses. That might have been it, might have not been it. I don't know.
I don't understand why that is. And you would think if you owned a restaurant, you owned a bar, you would hire someone who had that type of knowledge. Anyway, that's that. I do go off on rants on it, but I'm going to save you with that tonight because I'm in such a good mood. Hey, I'm not supposed to talk about it, so I'm not, or as far as what I did, but going into Saturday, this to me was going to be my hardest Heisman Trophy vote. It really was. And, I think it's changed now. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to stay true to this because I respect the Heisman, and I'm honored to be a longtime voter. But, going in, I was like, oh, my gosh, what the hell is going on? How are you going to be able to get yourself a Heisman Trophy winner in 2025? We will see. Not much tonight on this. It's going to be really, for the most part, all Jaguars during our second half of our show, our 7 o'clock hour. Tomorrow night, we'll begin to mix in a little bit of college football, including the college football playoff. Notre Dame out, Miami in, Notre Dame opting out of a bowl period, the controversy that's going on within the Atlantic Coast Conference, and all of that. We'll wait till tomorrow. Tonight, it's much more on the Jags. All right, second hour. Let's get you involved. Let's grab your texts, the way that you can join us. 641-1010 on our text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures as well. Those on YouTube tonight on 1010XL, you can get on as well with your comments.
Put some snap and crackle into your Sunday morning football talk.
Just had a big bowl of kicks.
On the Terminix Kickoff Show. Live from Tailgaters Parking. 5 hours before kickoff. Activated by American Electrical Contracting and Campione Law on 1010XL.
Ballou here for Spunez Vision. Why Spunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Spunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Spunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Spunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SpunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors. With great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 8th, 2023, Victor Wembanyama becomes the youngest player in league history to record 20 points and 20 rebounds in a game at 19 years and 38 days old.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,800 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and so much more. Closets by Design will design a custom storage solution for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Get ready to celebrate December with Best Bet. We're giving away an incredible $660,000. Kickstart your holiday fun at all Best Bet locations with the 12 Days of Christmas High Hands, $500 giveaways during Clockwork Cash Out on the table games, and big cash high hands all weekend long. And don't miss out on thrilling tournaments like the $30,000 guarantee GoPo 300 at Orange Park and daily tournaments at all Best Bet locations. For details, head to bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hear that? That's your ducks
begging for help. Now listen, that's the sound of victory. Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Lloyd's now offers professional duct cleaning for homes and businesses across North Florida, helping reduce dust and allergens so you can breathe easier. Family owned, local, trusted. Call Lloyd's Heating and Air or visit lloydsheatingandair.com. Keeping you comfortable in every season.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangi for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkestone. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
There are three certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jacksonville, Florida, no place I'd rather be. Right here on Bowden Road, brand new studios, plush. Freshly acquainted, although some of you on YouTube say it looks like a college dorm room. I still don't know what that means. I do appreciate you folks out there, and we're hearing from every golf course and bar where they suck when it comes to putting up games and having cart girls who are actually there. If I ran a golf course, I'd have a cart girl meeting you every 2.5, 3 holes. I would.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
If you don't like it, I mean, you should work for your tip. And, I mean, I'd make so much money. I'd run up to these 4 old, broken down men who can barely make it around him. Look at these 4 studs. Look at these guys. My goodness, if you were only 50 years younger. What can I get for you? I got a special. I mean, it's just so easy, but,
Are you good?
That's today's kids. And
Thumbs up.
I don't get. Yeah. Oh, I mean, half the cart girls, 3/4 of the cart girls that you see are like bombing by, and they look at you and they go, "Are you guys okay?
You good?
How the hell are you going to sell something if you say, 'Are you guys okay?' I mean, you're working for tips, right? No, you're not okay. I got shot specials. I got this. I would have cigars on there. Anyway, enough of that.
Food. By the way, I have some breaking news with the Indianapolis Colts. Just happened a couple minutes ago. The Colts are planning to bring potential Hall of Fame quarterback Phillip Rivers into their facility Tuesday to work out to see if he may join their practice squad.
Really?
That's right, baby. Ian Rappaport.
He's eligible for the Hall of Fame, which means he's been out 5 years. No way. I have some breaking news as well. This comes from New York City in the Heisman. They announced the 4 candidates who will be in New York for the trophy presentation. Jeremiah Love, Fernando Mendoza, Diego Pavia? Pavia, okay, and Julian Sand. So there you go. Those are the 4. All right, Jacksonville 36, the Indianapolis Colts 19. More of the concern right now, I think, is absolutely on Houston and that outstanding defense. I want to get to your questions. Let's do that right now. But I do want to play one update. It's brief, but let's play it anyway because the Jaguars, when they're getting guys back, they really step up and play well. I mean, again, Eric Murray, the fumble recovery. You had Trayvon Walker, who didn't get a sack but made some huge plays, including on that 4th-and-1 run. Brian Thomas Jr. returned. Anton Harrison has played a couple of good games in a row. It's all coming together with guys that have bounced back. Many right now wondering about Parker Washington. Here's what Liam Cohen said earlier this afternoon.
You know, like you guys saw, he was out there a little bit throughout the week. It was just a matter of Friday, Saturday wasn't quite ready to go. So I think we'll get a better beat on it on Wednesday when we get out there a little bit.
Easy for me to say, but I'm in a no-hurry process here with Parker Washington. When you're an 11.5-point home favorite over the New York Jets, I think you can beat New York without Parker Washington. I would much rather save him for the matchup coming up against Denver in 13 days. That's just my way of looking at it. And Tim Patrick, the way that he played yesterday, it was Brian Thomas Jr.'s best game of the year. And the Thomas situation needs to be enhanced when you talk about his effort. It's really improved. It has. And Jacoby Myers has been nothing short of spectacular. Where did the Tim Patrick thing come from? I mean, what a find this was. We barely talked about it when they went out and they got him, and he was clearly like the number 5, number 6 wide receiver. But you lose Travis Hunter. Diami Brown, I mean, all the talk that I gave him, in the month of August, he can't even get on the field anymore. And, I kind of figured when Thomas Jr. went down and they cut Austin Trammell that maybe this would be an opportunity to get Diami Brown, flip the switch like they've done with so many other people. That wasn't the case. Instead, it's Tim Patrick who's taken total advantage of his opportunity.
Yeah, and this offense is really trending. You talked about the offensive line earlier and how they've been able to mesh well. No Walker Little, no problem. The receivers, Jacoby Myers has found his role and done really well. Brian Thomas Jr., after he made that second catch yesterday, I looked at my friends because I was at the game, and I was like, I think he's back. Mm-hmm. And then now you add Tim Patrick, Brenton Strange. It seems like he's healthy now. This offense is really, really good.
And according to Ryan O'Halloran today, 10 times that the Jaguars have scored 25-plus points in one game. That is a franchise high. I will tell you that they're averaging for the year 25.2 points a game, which is ninth in the NFL. I believe once again, here we are without a team in pro football that is averaging at least 30 points a game offensively, which is rare. 47-51 says Ballou, I'm calling it right now. Number 16 gets his over for touchdowns total this Sunday against the Jets. 4 touchdowns. Ooh. I am a big believer in Murphy's Law. All right? My GF is known to be like, hey, this is great. There's no traffic on the way to Tampa or something like that. And all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, there's an accident. There's a traffic jam. But I do. I believe in Murphy's Law. I really do. But this was my guarantee during the offseason. Yeah, I told you that if you're going to bet on something this year that is Jaguars related, play Trevor Lawrence over 21.5 touchdowns. He threw 2 yesterday, so he has 18 on the year. He needs 4 more, and there are 4 games. The projection is 24. If he throws 24, that check is going to cash for anyone out there who played it. And again, I do not bet, as far as you know. 0601 Ballou bought Jags Broncos tickets about a month ago, hoping for a flex, my first road game. Any recommendations for us, Travis? No, but no matter where you go, you're going to be stoned because of secondhand smoke. Everyone smokes doobies out in the Mile High City. No matter where I've ever gone in Denver, it's great. And, I've been to the city many times for Jaguars football games, but I also go throughout the state of Colorado every summer, play golf with a good Florida State buddy of mine out there. You may remember him. He's from Jacksonville. Matt Joseph. His dad was Dr. Joseph, who unfortunately passed a few years ago. Great family. They lived out in Deerwood. And I play golf with him every year, but we travel all over. I love Colorado. Okay, not this time of year, but I don't have any recommendations for you. I will say this, though. When you go downtown, it's a really good downtown. And you can't go wrong visiting any one of those places. Now, I'm not a foodie. I'm never going to tell you where to go for outside of the Blue Crab House here in Jacksonville, which you can, hey, if you're shopping and let me make it easy for you. You want to pick up a few presents where you put no thought into it? Spend $50 at the Blue Crab House. You get an additional $15 on that gift card. Okay? Simple, easy, and they're going to love the food. They're closed tonight, but back at it tomorrow, Tuesday through Sunday. The Blue Crab House is located right off of San Jose on Julington Creek Road. Enjoy the game. It's going to be a great one. I do not have any recommendations for you, though. I'm sorry. 0135. Rick, we are just making a lot of mistakes that are actually penalties. Are we just making or are the referees calling penalties tighter against the Jaguars because of reputation? Have become the Oakland Raiders? That's an outstanding question. I think some of that does come into play. Now, they did it to themselves, self-inflicted. But, in week 2, you got a bad call. You got an awful call at Cincinnati, and the reputation didn't really set itself. So this is something the league will never admit. This is something that I do not think Jacksonville will ever admit, okay, although they're insanely honest. And Liam Cohen yesterday, talking about the no respect and how they're never going to get. That's just brilliant. I hate the no respect card. Okay? I despise it. There's nothing worse than when you win a championship and no one believed in us. No one thought we'd be here. Well, okay, it applies for the Jaguars. It does. They don't get any respect. There aren't the national media. Again, this is an inconvenience. I went on a huge rant during the offseason. It was right after the draft. Everyone was critical, or not everyone, but so many were critical of the Travis Hunter trade and draft. And those people are tooting their own horn now because Hunter did go down with an injury. But I said, play the role of you against everyone else. Embrace it. Have fun with it. Screw the national media. Screw those who don't pay any attention to what's really going on down here. You're forcing those people now to do homework about this football team. And Liam Cohen's seen it. He's only been around here for what? 9 months? 10 months? I forget when the actual day. I guess it is December. 10 and a half, 11 months? It is so obvious. And he's right. The no respect card does come into play here. Man, I would use that. If I was a Jags fan, that would be my ammo. That would be my go-to. You against everyone else. And, take that on the way that Duke basketball will, or Notre Dame football will, or the Yankees, the evil empire. All right, you're not in that category because you haven't won championships. And again, Notre Dame hasn't won since 1988, right? But anyway, I do believe that there are calls that, if debatable, are going to go against Jacksonville. They also have created way too many stupid penalties, particularly false start on offense. Not only the most penalized team in the NFL, they're the most penalized team offensively in the NFL. I was hoping for a cleaner game yesterday, another blowout, but they still ended up with 8 when it was all said and done. And I wonder how you Jaguar fans are handling this early success winning, moving, far away from your opponent? Are you able to embrace it and enjoy it, or do you consistently say, nah, look what happened against Houston? I hate to bring that up, but I'm just wondering about your thought process. Now, Houston was a better team, as we know, than Tennessee and Indy, especially after Daniel Jones went out. But to me, that's an interesting way of looking at it as far as I am concerned. All right, let's see here. 52-62, I'm an aficionado when it comes to of local golf courses, even though I don't play, but the cart too for our Anheuser-Busch Company tournaments. I drove the cart and I handed out beer. There was a keg on the cart for draft. All right, 52-62. I got one simple question. I'm just going to look at my phone right here. Where was I for this? Where was I for this phone call? There's nothing better than a draft. And you could tell me about long necks, and you could tell me about these newly made aluminum bottles and old style cans and stouts and what? No. You give me an ice cold draft. In the case of Anheuser-Busch, it would be what? Beach to it aged. But it can be fire brewed. It can be cold filtered. It can be iced. It could be anything. And beer is so much better cold. Right? I mean, remember I got in trouble years and years and years ago for the promo that I did. It sounded like when I was young and I was running and ripping, and man, I'd love to find that promo, but it was back when I would take chances. And again, this is outside of the statute of limitation. This was a long, long time ago. This would have been in 1996, but this big deal about how this weekend I'm going to find hot women and cold beer and then at the very end, or I was like, or is it going to be cold women and hot beer? And it made a big deal. It really did. But that was then. And I had nothing to lose, obviously. I would never say that now because I have too much to lose. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want. We got to take a break, don't we? My goodness, where is the time going? Come on, Dylan. I mean, it's 7:16. I feel like I'm just barely getting into this tonight. There's so much going on. Time is flying by, for crying out loud. All right, let's continue with your questions. Two ways that you can join us on YouTube. Just go there and go to 1010XL into the night, or on our text line, 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
Playmakers make special plays.
That right there, that's special.
Special plays make the special teams player of the game.
Winning football players who can step up in a clutch moment.
After the game, pump up the Superior Plumbing Special Teams player of the game on 1010XL.
Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi are on a mission to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. I've instructed my team to take every reasonable offer. We won't lose your business over price. Thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to move. Get year-end savings, top dollar for your trade, and the easiest car buying experience ever. But hurry, these deals end when we hit 2,000, and we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Make it a December to remember, only at Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi.
This is Garrett Scantlin, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue you have. I'm back to my Olympic training, and I feel great.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is the home of Gator Nation and the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. I'm Hacker, and we keep you connected with the University of Florida all year long. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Look, I was recently talking with Patrick and the team at Apex Roofing and Contracting, and even in a tough economic year, they wanted me to say thank you. Guys, Apex is locally owned, and they truly appreciate every homeowner and business owner who trusts them with roof repairs, replacements, or construction projects this year. So from the entire Apex crew and from me, happy holidays to all of our listeners, customers, and clients. And remember, for quality work from a team that cares about our community, that's apexroofingfl.com.
Time's running out. The $2,000 federal tax credit on AC replacement expires December 31st. Bold City AC will help you upgrade to a qualifying energy-efficient system and give you a $1,000 cash buyback for your old unit. If your AC is old, loud, barely hanging on, replace it this month to lock in a $2,000 tax credit and an additional $1,000 buyback. Bold City Heating and Air. Free estimates, next day installs. Visit boldcityac.com.
Quality work is sometimes hard to come by these days, and if you want quality in a fence that'll last, make the call to Duval. Duval Fence, that is, a good Jacksonville company with good Jacksonville people committed to quality service. If you need a fence for your home, for a business, anything, just call Duval Fence at 260-4747. Give them an idea of what you're looking for, and they'll take care of the rest. Property fence, privacy fence, pool or pets. Make sure you call Duval Fence today.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Monday Night Football, Philadelphia and LAC. That being the Los Angeles Chargers. Apparently Justin Herbert is going to play tonight. The inactives are out, and he's not there. Trey Lance is the backup. Also, Amari and Hampton going to return tonight. He's been out since week 5. One of the better backs in the NFL. We'll see. Had plenty of upsets as of late in the NFL. Boy, the snow was cool in Buffalo. This game tonight, obviously, is at SoFi in Los Angeles. It would have been kind of cool if it was up east tonight and we got some of that. I don't know what it is, but watching football in the snow. And I played in it growing up, and maybe a couple of high school games or whatever, but I'm talking about sandlot football. I'm talking about backyard football in the snow. Is if you've never played in it, it's a whole heck of a lot of fun. I'm just saying. It really is. 79-71, Ballou. What guys were interested in giving up on Brian Thomas Jr.? The only sour thing I heard from Diana Rossini, who just got trumped it up, who just trumped it up on the rumor, probably didn't exist. Any of you guys aware of anyone internal in the Jaguars organization that was giving up on this guy. No one at all. First off, not a lot of stuff leaks from this new organization. This ain't a bulky organization. This is a Gladstone and Baselli organization. Dylan and I were consistent on this. I'm not going to say that if you said it, you don't know football, but if you said it, you were dead wrong. They never should have considered moving Brian Thomas Jr. I don't think they did. First off, you would never get anything close to value for him. And secondly, he's on a rookie contract. Year 2. He's very affordable at this particular time. So that is one thing that a lot of Jaguar fans are quick to do. That's move you. And, you know, we've heard it with Lawrence. We've heard it with Hines Allen. But during the offseason, it was Parker Washington. During the offseason, it was Travis Etienne over Tank Bigsby. And I'm sure this is the case for every fan base. But I don't care about every fan base. I only cared about this fan base. And you know what? Continue to say what you want. And you can be wrong. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because when it's all said and done, fans are never wrong, right? Only people like yours truly are wrong. We got that one right, though, Dylan. You know, every once in a while, was it the square peg, the round hole in the square peg?
Yeah, I was going to say throw enough stuff at the wall. Some stuff's going to get right eventually. It's going to stick.
Diana Rossini. She was like a cop before the end of the month who needed to hit his quota on giving out tickets. Diana Rossini just started throwing out stuff with like every single team in the NFL. Something's going to happen.
Man, I was a victim of one of those cops in a quota. And in December, I was at University of Florida my last semester. And it's the last week of all finals. And a cop just sat right at a stop sign. And I was a victim. She might be that. I think, you know, one of those kind of people.
2905 says Moosehead Lager. Used to have the beer can. I don't know if I've ever... I've had one, but it's been a long, long time. Man, I'd love to have a Moosehead with you, 2905. And I love a good lager. You cut me up, I'm going to spill lager. It really is. I like it more than a stout, an ale. Outside of Guinness, which I love. And by the way, Guinness is very refreshing. I recommend for you that if you go out and run a few miles or maybe walk like 5-6 miles, wash it all back after with a room temperature Guinness. 2824 is a Jags Avalanche fan. I never thought I'd heard you mention the Avs on your show. When I was working in Chicago, my show was on the home of the Avs, and it was on the home of the Red Wings, which was also the home of the Tigers. And one of my most memorable interviews of all time was with the late and great Ernie Harwell. For those of you who don't know, younger generation, just Google. He's one of the most famous Major League Baseball broadcasters of all time. I mean, back in that great era, right? With Jack Brickhouse and Mel Allen and Kurt Gowdy. It just goes on and on and on. Vince Scully. God, I miss Vince Scully. I want to tell you something. I'm a late night guy. I would stay up forever and just read, do whatever. And not even really even watch the game, but just listen to Vince Scully call baseball. He never needed a color analyst. He did it all. And it was such a rare treat. But he's been gone now for a few years. Yeah, but depending on when the games would end, they do their post-game, pick up my show. So I'm on 4 hours. I may only be on like 90 minutes that night. But my producers, DiGiacomo, and Shakiro, that was a crazy outfit. Those three smack dab in the middle of Chicago. Dominic Shakiro, Joey DiGiacomo, and Tony DiGiacomo. Those guys were fantastic. They would say, hey, you're on now in Colorado. And that was such an outstanding rivalry during that time. The Detroit Red Wings and the Colorado Avalanche. I'm old enough to remember the Rockies, okay, in hockey. Where'd they go? Did they go to Atlanta? Where did Colorado go? Did they go to Ottawa? I'll have to look that up. 87.99. Question for Rick. I'm extremely proud of the Jags. The Jags should be 11-2 for Cincinnati. Do you think the Jags could leapfrog New England to get to the number 1 spot in the AFC? I think by just showing up, they're going to win 3 out of 4. Okay? I think the game in Denver, if I can tell you right now, I may pick them next week, but without even thinking about it, I'm picking them against the Jets, I'm picking them at Indy, and I'm picking them here against Tennessee. The Denver game, I got to see how both teams are playing. Obviously, I want to look at the weather, and I want to see, injury-related situations. But they're 2 games behind New England, so that would mean New England would have to lose 3 out of their next. Let's look at this. Buffalo this weekend, that's a ball game. Okay? I mean, that is a ball game. At Baltimore, wow. I mean, right now, the Ravens, like the Chiefs, they're on the outside looking in. And that's a night game in Baltimore. Young quarterback Drake May at night in Baltimore. That's a big game. The Jets, just don't see it. Okay, it's a couple of days after Christmas, but still Christmas on a Thursday this year. Young families, whatever it is, they get Friday, Saturday. I think they'll be fine. And then Miami is a flex game. That's in New England. Going to be tough. I would say no. I would say no. I think, a 2 seed absolutely could come into play. But, boy, moving all the way up to number 1 with 4 games to go, I think is going to be too difficult. New England and actually Denver's the number 1 seed. Okay, they win the tiebreaker based on best winning percentage in the conference. The Broncos at 11-2, New England at 11-2. So that game against Denver next week could be huge.
Colorado Rockies, the hockey team moved to Jersey in the early 80s.
The New Jersey Devils, really? They went from Colorado to New Jersey. Huh. Thank you for, how long were they in existence? They were around in like the late 70s.
It said first began play 74-75. Mid-70s, and they moved to Jersey in 82-83.
You remember some of those old school teams that are no longer like the Atlanta Flames, the California Golden Seals, out of like the San Francisco. I don't know if they're in San Jose. Of course, you have the San Jose Sharks now, but and we all remember the original 6. Hockey's such a great sport. It's off to another one that is off to just a phenomenal start. This year. 76-01. Blew the one product through the bottom. Might have been the best throw I've ever seen in my life. He let it go when Packers was 15 yards from where they caught it. I was sitting in the terrace suite. The play was going towards the opposite of the end zone. I could see the entire play develop. It was unreal. Glad you mentioned this 76-01. It was across his body, and it was absolutely outstanding. Some of you don't like it. I said it to begin the show. He's playing better football. He's improving. He's playing more consistent football. The offensive line is doing its job. And the rushing attack hasn't even been, it's been average to below average the last 2 weeks compared to what they did earlier this year. But you look at that pass to Patrick, the one he threw to Brian Thomas Jr., and go back and watch the touchdown pass to Jacoby Myers. Grit your teeth, people. I know some of you have problems saying it. Trevor Lawrence is playing better football. I get it. Some of you, you're caught up with your convictions. And you refuse to. I just told you a minute ago, a fan is never wrong. A fan is never wrong. You can wake up tomorrow and say, I've always been a Trevor Lawrence fan. I always said, it just took Liam Cohen to come in here. And you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. It's fine. You pay enough money to support this. You can do whatever the heck you want to do. He has his quarterback rating now for a season high. He's got it up to 83.3. I mean, that thing was in the 70s. And what do you have yesterday? A 105.4. So he's got his quarterback rating up to 83.3. Again, it's moving up. His percentage is still really alarming. We were talking about this in the press box yesterday. I asked, has there been a quarterback, or when was the last time there was a quarterback who went to the playoffs who had a completion percentage under 60%? And apparently it was the Washington football team with a combination of Alex Smith and Taylor Heineke. That is still a little bit disturbing. I mean, for the year, Trevor Lawrence is completing 59.5% of his passes. I know we talked about the touchdowns. We got to head to the break, Dylan, but at 59.5 with 425 attempts, if I was to put 10 grand on the table and say, will he get to 60% completion percentage with 4 games to go, would you take that, yes or no?
Yes.
That's big improvement over the next 4 games. Move up 5 percentage points. Okay, there you have it. Dylan said yes. Much more to do with you tonight till 8.
Non-stop Knowles. Search 1010XL Seminoles on YouTube.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Just don't have. You're the other white meat.
How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss him, Jacksonville. It's Jeff Dunham. December 10th, ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets on sale now only at jeffdunham.com.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Truth teller here. Small business owners need trucks and vans to keep your business moving. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside has Ram 1500s to heavy-duty 2500s, Pro Masters, and custom upfits. They're ready to work. Visit them on Commonwealth Avenue or go online to jackswest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local partner for work-ready vehicles.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This holiday season, if you'd like to give the gift of wellness, get a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. With the purchase of a $75 gift card or more, guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes the perfect gift for everyone. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
I'm Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Any good lineup needs power. When we needed power at the Bragan Baseball Complex and all the fields we have at Fort Family Park, we trusted Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. Call my friend Zach today at 904-320-5960. You can also find them on Facebook and at rickettselectric.com. Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 904-320-5960.
When plumbing problems strike, don't settle for just any plumber. Make the superior choice with Superior Plumbing and Pipeline.
We don't just fix leaks, we fix them right. With honesty, fair pricing, and innovative solutions that can save you thousands. From camera inspections of your pipes to trenchless pipelining that repairs cast iron pipes without tearing up your yard. We go way beyond the drip and clog at Superior Plumbing and Pipeline. No gimmicks, no upsells, just superior service every time. Make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
What NFL quarterback connected on TD passes with 98 different players during his career?
For over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowners policy. See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Tom Brady threw 105 touchdown passes to Rob Gronkowski, but there are 97 other players who caught at least one.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Your Jaguars remain the top overall rushing defense in the NFL. They allow 82.9 yards a game. They held Jonathan Taylor to 3.5 a tote. And as we move on, the Jets will roll in. Another home date Jacksonville favored by 11.5 points in this game. They got out of there relatively healthy. Okay, we had an update today from Liam Cohen on Parker, Washington, but we'll know much more coming up on Wednesday, health-wise, and we shall see. In some other news, the 12-team college football playoff was announced, if you missed out. We're going to get into that a little bit tomorrow night. Notre Dame out, Miami in. There's a battle going on right now between Pete Bavacqua and Jim Phillips, okay? We'll see, and again, we'll talk on that. A lot of people have been asking me about Patrick Surtain being fired by Mike Norvell. I don't have the patience or the want to get into that tonight. I'm just way too happy. But we'll do some of that tomorrow. They've announced the 4 Heisman Trophy candidates, including 3 out of the 4 that I voted for, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pavia, Mendoza, Saying, and Love are your 4. And Jeff Kent gets into the Hall of Fame, voted on by the Contemporary Era Committee. He got 14 of the 16 votes, needed 12. Carlos Delgado got 9. Mattingly and Murphy did not get in. They only had 6, Don Mattingly and Dale Murphy. If there's a person alive who thinks that Jeff Kent was a better baseball player than Don Mattingly or Dale Murphy, I'd like to have a conversation with you. Bonds and Clemens still up against it as far as the steroids, those staunchy old riders. They ain't going to let them in. You know what I mean? They smoke cigars, roll up their sleeves, can barely get out of the lazy boy, but the National Writers Association of America, they're not going to vote in those guys, which is just complete, total BS. All right? You went through the Reds. You went through the Greenies. You went through, I remember Brian McRae, who was my Major League Baseball insider forever, would talk about in the Seattle dugout where they had 2 cups of coffee, two canisters of coffee. One was leaded and one was unleaded. Cheating has always been a part of baseball. It's time to embrace it. It brought the fans back to the game. Chicks dig the long ball. I think it was 98, Dylan. It was arguably the hottest Jaguars road game that I've ever been to. And it was in the middle of Chicago. It was Soldier Field. And it was like a late August maybe September 1st game. And that was back when they had rookie contracts and they weren't part of the slotted system. Now, Curtis Enos had the tap out late in the game. They went with Jacksonville's Edgar Bennett, their current wide receiver coach. He was born and raised right here and, of course, went to Florida State. Jacksonville had a goal line stand, and they won that game. It was one of the hottest days that I ever remember in Chicago. That includes the 7 years that I ended up living there. But getting in, and I remember Alex Lamb was with me. And I don't know if I think I got there on Friday. I wanted to get in there early or something like that. But Notre Dame beat Michigan on a Saturday. And the city of Chicago turned 180. But it was also during Sosa and McGuire and that home run chase. And baseball was so electric during that era. Yet again, you got these stodgy old writers who refuse to vote him in.
Yeah, it's going to be like one of those things where the writers are going to – they let Pete Rose pass, and they're going to let years go by, and they're going to let him eventually in the Hall of Fame. I wonder if this is the same kind of thing where they're going to let years and years and years, and the writers are eventually – those writers that are not going to let them in eventually go to the wayside, and then they eventually get their due. Hopefully they're alive.
They're so inconsistent. They have no problem with Gaylord Perry loading up a baseball. I mean, doing whatever he wants, doctoring a baseball. And again, there are separate rules. I almost get the gambling side because that's posted all over the place. And with the Pete Rose deal, Denny McClain went to jail for it. I mean, those situations are isolated. They're separate. Man, if you weren't cheating during that era, that's on you. My guess is that more than half, maybe 60% of these players were cheating. And it's time. Clemens, Bonds, Manny Ramirez, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Rafael Palmeiro, Gary Sheffield. Put them in. Put them in. Let's get back to it. Here's another one for you. Have you ever heard anyone ever complain about steroids in football? Okay. Julian Edelman got popped for 4 games, right? You have football people who were far more concerned, way more concerned about Tom Brady maybe taking an ounce of, 1/10 of an ounce out of a football. Than people who actually get caught for breaking the performance-enhancing drug in the NFL. Why is it so different between these two sports?
Yeah, and no consistency. And a lot of it goes on the commissioner, but none of it makes a lot of sense. And I know, was it the 80s or the 90s? It was a lot more popular for PEDs, especially with linebackers and defensive guys in the league.
They could beat things with the P test. I mean, there were ways
to get around it.
Yes, more ways. Not anymore. I don't know if they actually walk into the stall with you.
I think how it works is they just walk up to them in the locker room. They're like, "Hey, you got to take this P test." And they walk them to the bathroom, and then they have to come out with something.
Yeah. John Dever, a PR, just said the Colorado Rockies equaled the New Jersey Devils. We went there with New Jersey. You dug it up. But now, we don't have time for this because it's time for Hacker. But you get to a hockey era where it really slowed down. And you talk about the New Jersey Devils and Jacques Lemaire. He nearly ruined hockey with the neutral zone trap. Okay, and we'll save that for another night. You can Google it if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, it just really stifled scoring and individual skill. And the NHL went the exact opposite way, by the way. They lifted the red line. They got rid of the 2-line pass. They opened up the goalies. And they didn't open up the goalies, but they had all rinks now at 200 feet compared to the old rinks, the old barns that were 180. They did whatever they can to try to provide more scoring. Much more to do. We do tonight till 8.
Get ready for an unforgettable evening of purpose and community impact at Trinity Christian Academy's second annual gala. Every gift helps students grow in faith, purpose, and impact for generations to come. And you're invited to be part of it. Want to make an even bigger difference? Sponsor a table. Email tlyons@tcajax.org to secure your spot. Tables and tickets are limited, so email tlyons@tcajax.org today. And let's build a legacy together.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Rest-A-Pros!
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Rest-A-Pros!
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestaProsNEFlorida.com. That's RestaProsNEFlorida.com.
Rest-A-Pros!
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to ITPPartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass, and he told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
'Tis the season for savings at Green Acre Sporting Goods. Take advantage of the Second Amendment sales tax holiday, now through December 31st. Firearms, ammo, and accessories, all tax-free. Secure your holiday gifts with a Browning gun safe, and they'll deliver it right to your door. Come test shoot the newest bows by Hoyt and Matthews at Green Acre Sporting Goods at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard.
Need some extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach is always looking to buy guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and you know it, gold. Get cash today at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about being a peacemaker. Friends, so often we can only want to help people who are in our inner circle. But God never had inner circles. The world was his inner circle. And he's depending on us to make a difference and to leave our mark in this life. So go out today receiving his peace and then sharing it with the world.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Time for Hacker Nation. Do you bring in Phillip Rivers? Apparently they want to the practice squad. If you're Phillip Rivers, you're eligible for the Hall of Fame. Do you come back?
Yeah, I mean, he's a grandfather. He hasn't played since the COVID year.
And they got a ton of kids.
No, yeah, I mean, they got like 10, 11 kids. He's a fertile man, no doubt about that. That's how desperate Indianapolis is, I guess. I mean, you look at it, I was shocked when Shane Steichen took the podium today. Obviously, we knew the Daniel Jones stuff, but Riley Leonard, apparently with a strained knee ligament, is what's the rumor out there. That he said a knee. Reports are coming out that a strained knee ligament has him week to week. He finished the game here yesterday.
Yeah,
so
scored a touchdown on his last play.
Right. So now they have nothing except Brett Rippon off the practice squad. So you got to do something. And obviously, you could either go get somebody from the street, get somebody from somebody else's practice squad, or I guess go work out 44-year-old Phillip Rivers and see what he has. And amazingly, the Colts are still in the thick of a playoff hunt right now.
No doubt. Okay. What do you got coming up?
Yeah, there's a lot coming up tonight. We're going to obviously review yesterday. Steve Palazzolo is one of my favorites. He's with the Check the Mic podcast. He and Sam Monson do a really good job on a national basis. He's going to join me to look back on the Jaguars' victory over the Colts. Also, Jamal St. Cyr of Channel 4 as well, as pretty much all Jaguars for the first 90 minutes or so of tonight's program.
Have a fun show.
Thanks, Rick.
It's a great week around here, no doubt about it. That includes Hacker After Dark. That comes up right now. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, I want to thank you and also apologize to you because I didn't have an opportunity to get to you. I mean, so many have rolled in on the text line and on YouTube, and I will tell you that I really appreciate it. Thank you. I just wish I could get to you all. I tried to get to as many as I possibly can. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock as well. We'll mix in a little bit of college ball tomorrow night, no doubt about it. Hey, for Dylan Denmark, my name's Rick Ballou. You can always get our show on 92.5 FM. And remember, the 92.5 FM app, no matter where you go, you can take it with you.